What's up, Wavelings, and welcome back to a brand new video. Earlier this week on Sunday, I made a video going over the various things from this year's anniversary event in World of Warcraft. Link in the card and description for that video if you want any info on anything else, but part of that video included how to obtain the Stormpike Battle Ram and Frostwolf Snarler. Fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you want to look at it, that method is now no longer valid at all. Due to not liking the way that players were playing or something, Blizzard made it so that the repeatable quests no longer reward time warped badges. I wanted to make a quick follow-up video to show you how you can acquire them now. If you liked the video by the end of it, make sure to leave a like on it and or a comment letting me know what you think. If you love the video, be sure to get subscribed and hit that bell to stay notified of future uploads. Also, if you want to check out an easy method to get the black war mounts out of this battleground that a friend of mine and I discovered, stick around to the end for that. Anyway, let's get into it. So instead of being able to grind it all out in one contiguous 6 to 10 hour session through armor scraps, ram taming, or mining, none of the repeatable turn-ins in Korrak's Revenge grant time warp badges anymore. Instead, there are daily versions of a few of the quests, and you now get rewarded for winning or losing the battleground. Before I go into the daily quests, I want to point out something that is in Korrak's Revenge now. I don't know if this is new or if I just didn't realize it before, but there is a vendor you can talk to who will give you a signet for your faction's base. This will allow you to teleport back to your base. This makes it so that you no longer need to complete Korrak the Blood Rager for the teleport rune. I would recommend still doing Korrak the Blood Rager, however, as it grants 10 time warped badges, and still gives a lot of XP if you're below 120 and an item level 400 weapon if you're at 120. That aside though, let's go ahead and get into the quests for earning your mount. For the Alliance, when you get into the battleground, pick up Korrak the Blood Rager if you haven't already gotten or done it. Go ahead and head across the bridge into your base and pick up the quest, the Quartermaster. This will be a quest to talk to, well, the Quartermaster, for 10 badges, which is particularly useful considering how trivial the quest is. Head over to the Quartermaster and turn that quest in and pick up the quest Capture a Mine. Don't worry about Iron Deep or Cold Tooth supplies. Then head over to Murgo Deep Forge and pick up armor scraps. Then find Sergeant Durgeon Stormpike to pick up towers and bunkers in Alterac Valley graveyards. Also try saying Sergeant Durgeon Stormpike 5 times fast. It's quite the pain in the ass. For Horde, head over to Jotek for Speak with Our Quartermaster. Pick that up, then head to Smith Regzar and pick up Enemy Booty. Then head back over to Warmaster Legrand for the Legend of Korrak if you haven't already gotten or done it. Then head over to Corporal Tika Bloodsnarl to pick up towers and bunkers, Capture a Mine, and the graveyards of Alterac. Then we'll lastly head over to the Frostwolf Quartermaster to turn and speak with our Quartermaster. This should give you 5 daily quests to complete, with the Quartermaster quest being one of them and already complete, as well as a one-time quest for Korrak the Blood Rager or the Legend of Korrak. Now you'll just want to do those quests. Towers and bunkers, Alterac Valley graveyards or the graveyards of Alterac, and Capture a Mine are pretty much exactly what they sound like by their objectives. Complete those with your battleground group. Additionally, specifically at the beginning of the battleground, try to take care of Korrak the Blood Rager or the Legend of Korrak, depending on your faction, assuming you haven't done this quest yet. For Capture a Mine, I have found it easiest to run as a druid or rogue so you can stealth and run into the enemy's mine, slipping past all their guards and finding the leader of their mine, who should have a specific name and be standing alongside 2 lackeys. Demonetize them and that will complete the quest for you. For Alterac Valley graveyards or the graveyards of Alterac, honestly at this point in people's runs of the battleground, people are being fairly negligent about points they have already passed. So if you struggle to get this one through normal means, just go to a graveyard your enemy has already passed and take out the guards around it so you can claim it. The towers and bunkers one you will just need to do with your battleground group. That's not really something you can solo. Lastly, for the armor scraps, you can loot these from enemy players after they are demonetized, or you can loot them from the various opposite faction NPCs. It's not too difficult to handle. After you get all the quests complete, head back to the base with your signet and turn them in. The daily should give you a total of 50 time warped badges, including the Quartermaster quest. And Korrak the Blood Rager or the Legend of Korrak should give you an additional 10. That said, if you stick at each of these quests, you should be able to easily knock this out across 4 days without much time in play each day and without much difficulty, if any. Alright, so in addition to the Stormpike Battle Ram and Frostwolf Snarler mounts, Korrak's Revenge can be used to acquire the various black war mounts your faction has to offer. If you want something else to strive for, assuming you have characters to do it, it wouldn't be a bad idea to pick up the Soldier of Time quest from Chromie and do that on a bunch of characters. This quest rewards you 10 marks of honor for gaining 500 honor, which can easily be accomplished in 1 or 2 runs of Korrak's Revenge. Those marks of honor are bind on account, which means that you can send them to your other characters. You can do this on each of your characters, which ultimately would mean that you could actually do up to 50 of this quest for a total of 500 marks of honor, if you really wanted to. But really, just a few is sufficient for what we're doing. If you want to maximize your efforts, go ahead and pick up that quest and complete it on 8 characters, then send all the marks of honor to 1 character that is at least level 40 with epic ground mount riding. The characters completing the quest can be whatever faction you want too, by the way. Since it is account bound, that means you can send it cross-faction to your other characters. Anyway, there are 5 mounts total you can do this with, each at 15 marks of honor, totaling 75 marks. If you do the quest 8 times, you'll have 80, which is sufficient to purchase all the mounts and have 5 marks remaining. Then you'll want to head to Lieutenant Carter in Stormwood City if you're Alliance, or Raider Bork in Orgrimmar if you're Horde. That's a lot of ores. That's where you can buy the mounts. Also, when you buy the black war mount for one of the races of your faction, it matches an opposite faction equivalent and unlocks that for you. So you don't need to buy them on both Alliance and Horde. That about wraps it up. That said, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like and leave a comment if you have any questions or if you have any feedback for me. If you loved the video, go ahead and get subscribed and maybe hit that bell to stay notified of future uploads. Anyway, this has been your Wave Lord. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.